Guys, in this video I'm planning on doing some torture testing on the Harbor Freight Braun tactical rail light. It claims to be drop proof up to 5 feet. Right now this is 34 inches, so this should be no problem. In theory, we'll drop it a handful of times, see if the light still turns on, and from there we'll go and do other things. I've got a few things in mind. We'll see how they turn out. About 50 drops from waist high level, the light did come off, not because that the clamp failed, but I think it's because the training pistol is just not that good of a material. Now you will see that the light did turn off in the time lapse, but it's because the lever is here, and that when it hits the ground a certain way, it knocks that lever back into the off position. Oh, and you can see right there, it's starting to want to come out again. So let me just tighten this right back up. Other than that, I mean, not really seeing anything. The light does turn off, but like I said, it hits that off and on switch there, so still very audible click. So far so good with the waist high drop. Now that we've completed the waist high drop test, I figured we'd go ahead and move on to the eye level drop test. For disclaimer, I did have to take the light like this because the plastic on the training pistol, it's not holding up anymore. Every time I would drop it, by the third drop, this would just pop right off. And like I said, I don't think it's the light, but the training pistol itself. Here we go. After dropping the light 75 times at eyesight level, the lens here finally did break and crack. Let's see, right there. We do have some dings around the lip of the flashlight, some scratches here. I mean, that's to be expected. I dropped this thing a total of, 100 times. Some from waist high level, some from eyesight level. So that was to be expected. I figured that the light lens here would finally give out at some point, right? Looks like other than the lens cracking, I don't see anything wrong with it. Light still turns on. So have your momentary on, momentary flash, lock on flash. So yeah, other than the lens cracking, I think we're good to go. All right, guys, I know some of you requested to do some nighttime shooting. Going in hot. I'm about, 15-ish feet from it. So do one more mag. Guys, here's some nighttime shooting with the Echelon and the Harbor Freight Light. All right, guys, here's a bonus clip here. You know, I seen a YouTube video of a guy mounting this on top of his handguard rail, but his setup was a little different than mine, and you know, I figured why not try it out here. If you can see it there. You know, for me, the function still works well. That's lock on, momentary flash, momentary lock. Well, we're gonna try to send some down the range here. Well, that's about it for nighttime shooting. It's starting to get wet here, and I don't want to wake up the neighbors. So. After 1 mile of dragging it around gravel road, had some puddles, some dust, some dirt, some muck, whatever. You know, drove it around for about a mile, about 15-20 miles an hour. Here it looks, you got more scratches, more dings, more dents. I wiped the lens off so I can see how much cracks were in there. You can see the training pistols all tore up. I tried to film the whole mile, but I was having technical difficulties. My camera or my phone wasn't working right. The light still turns on. Look at that. Just lock on and whatnot. But I think that's gonna do it for the torture test. I think it held up pretty well compared to, you know, for $60. Man, who's gonna beat on their daily pistol like that anyway? So I think doing what I did took it a little to an extreme. So but anyways, I think that wraps up the torture test here. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.